believe that this is floor day 4. I don't know, it's hard to keep track with all these days. But so I think I said before, this is done. I'm still working on the hand sanding underneath the cabinet to get rid of that ridge that I couldn't get with any of these tools. So to do it by hand is a little more tedious and time consuming, and I still have to get this around the corner here where it turns into the floor leveler here. So some of the corners, like I had a big ridge here. I took the chisel to knock it down before I sand it. And behind the gas line here, of course, you gotta be careful not to hit the gas line. I'm using the chisel and the hammer. So I do have that little spot behind it. The only reason why I want to knock it down is because I want the whatever I put on the wall to sit level. So I'm still gonna work on getting that down with the chisel a little bit more because I want my line to be as level as possible. So, and then I was looking here because I had said that none of these walls are really level. So if you look at this board here that was fit in, you can see how off the floors are. There's like this much on this side and it goes wider on that side. So they had to contour that board to go along with keeping the floor looking straight, but they had to cut this to make it fit into this room, which isn't square. So it's kind of funny. So anyways, I still have the Dremel work to do, and then I'm going to put the finish on today. So that's where we're at, and just a little more work on these edges, and for the most part, no one's ever gonna notice, because the majority of the portion that you're going to see is the middle of the floor. The fridge is going to be in this corner. The stove is going to be on this side. The table is going to be in there. There's going to be so much stuff in here. You're not really going to notice the flaws if I leave any. But it's just my own personal feeling that I have to have this as perfect as possible, because it is a representation of my work. So anyways, that's what I'm doing today. So I don't know what day, I think this is day 4 working on the floor. I've taken days off here and there because I've been sick or not feeling well or not up to it or all that stuff. So, and I don't even know how many days altogether with the kitchen. I'd have to go back and actually look at the calendar and how many videos I've done and all that stuff. And that's basically why I like to take the video, because it's hard to remember all the work. And as far as money goes, the floor so far has cost the most. The finish is expensive. And the sander, I think I said, was $350 total, because I needed to use so much paper to get the black stuff off. And that was the majority of the cost was the paper. So there we have it. So I probably got $1,000 into the floor total after all said and done, just the floor. But it'll be well worth it. And if I had put a laminate down or another tile floor or did a ceramic tile floor, it all would have been about probably the same, and more, if I wanted to pay somebody to put in a laminate floor. But it's not going to look as good, and it's not going to match the rest of the house when the rest of the house is this floor, and it's a beautiful floor for being, 90-something years old, and the original floor. So it's going to be very true to the house. It's going to look great, and I'm going to love it. That's the biggest point. I'm going to love it. So there we have it, folks. And I'm going to continue with my hand sanding and my little finish here. And then I will get the sealer on it today. Well, I'll get all the coats on it, but I'll get the sealer on it first. So, okay, I will film tomorrow.